Hello everyone, it's Greenstar, and welcome to a new series where I'm just gonna teach you how to make a custom FNAF plush, I guess, or just custom plushies in general. Alright, so today we're talking about good old Withered Freddy, boo. So this is the only Withered animatronic I've made so far. I am working on Withered Foxy. As you can see, I had to get rid of his eyebrows because Withered Foxy didn't have any, so I gotta sew this back on. But right now, I had to get a new Foxy plushie, obviously. So, Withered Foxy coming soon. Whee! Okay, so I'm just gonna run you through how to make a Withered Freddy plush. So, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be in the series, like, actually making, like, a second one, like people like Froakie do, like Phantom Freddy. He does that all the time. So, I'm just gonna tell you how to make your own. Boop. I've had this Withered Freddy plush for a while, and I made this a long time ago. So, yeah, he's pretty old. Okay. Step numero uno. Obviously, get yourself a Freddy plush. This is not the Freddy plush that I use in my videos. This is a new Freddy plush. Well, not really new, but this is one my friend gave me. So yeah, obviously you need to get a Freddy plush. Step 2, get a Sharpie. It doesn't matter what size, but I would probably recommend the more larger ones. You're gonna need this for the buttons, the withering, and all the dirt on him and stuff, because he's nasty. But you don't have to add the dirt on him. You just need mainly to do the withering and the buttons. Also, you can always make your own buttons out of black fabric. So, tip. I just colored it in the buttons because I'm lazy. Step 3, pipe cleaner. You're gonna need red and blue pipe cleaners for the wires. Once again, you don't need wires, but I wanted to make them a little bit more stand out. To make them stand out more. I would make sure to put. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. You want to make sure that you put withering, at least one like giant, I don't know, like piece of withering on both of on his arms and his legs. And you can put 2 wires. What you do is you get some super glue. I don't have any on me right now, but you cut these. You cut the red and blue wires really tiny. You just super glue them onto the withering. And speaking of cutting, where's step 4? Step 5? I don't know. Scissors. You need to cut red and blue pipe cleaners, or whatever you want to use. You can just use actual wires if you want to. So it might be a little bit more dangerous, but remember, don't hurt yourself. You want to cut them like really tiny, so they look like they're coming out of his arm and leg. Because I mainly put them on his leg and arm. Oh yeah, and if you want to use Withered Freddy for reference, here's a picture of him. Whoop! Step 5, I think it's step 5. Brown fabric. You need to cut this brown fabric into small half circles so you can make his eyelids. See? Little half circles right there. And you can give him a little wire poking out of his eye, even though he doesn't have that. Oh, and also, when doing the withering, make sure you outline the Sharpie around his eyes to make him look like, I don't know, he's dying inside or whatever. Also, you can cut out 2 small circles of white fabric to make him look like the actual Withered Freddy, because his eyes are kind of looking the other way, like his eyes are like cross-eyed a little bit in the actual games. I did not do that, so because I just wanted to make him look like a normal person. So you want to replace these black pupils with white circles of fabric, and then he'll look like the actual Withered Freddy. Okay, quick recap. Here's what you do. Start off by adding some withering. Make sure you put some on each of his arms and legs. You want to put a bit, like a huge part right here, some on his legs, and one on his arm. And don't forget to add this super, I don't know, like jawline that he has on the back. So make sure you make a line on the back of his head, because he has like a weird jaw or whatever. And add some additional dirt and withering. So you need to put some withering back here, draw the jaw line right here. You can add some dirt and scratches on him or whatever. And yeah, that's it for the withering. For the buttons, you can either make small black fabric circles and super glue them onto his chest, or you can simply draw onto them. That's what I did. Okay, next up is the wires. Remember, you don't have to do the wires, but if you want to make them look, I don't know, a little bit more cool looking, I would suggest cutting, remember, cut red and blue wires and stick them onto the withering that's going to go. Well, you could put the wires anyway. You could put wires all over his body if you wanted to. So you can put, like, the withering will be right here. You think I'm going to draw on a brand new Freddy? So you can add wires on any part of the withering that's on his arms or legs. Remember, you need to cut the wires really short. Like, look how tiny these things are. Not really that tiny, but you need to make sure that it gives off the illusion that they're coming out. Even though they're really not. Stuffed animal. Final step! Eyelids. For the eyelids, it's simple. You just need to cut out 2 small half circles. Make sure that they're at least, I would suggest not go past this part of his eye. Make sure it doesn't like, not crap. Let me put this in my left hand real quick. Make sure that the eyelids are not too big. Make sure, don't make them go back this part right here. Just don't make the eyelids too close to his eyeball. But you might be asking, what are you going to do with this Freddy? I don't know. I might make him into Phantom Freddy. Who knows? But you'll see that later. Withered Freddy overall is definitely the most easiest one to make. So you're going to need brown fabric, super glue, pipe cleaners, scissors, and a Sharpie. This is all you need to make that little doodad over there. Oh, and you need a Freddy plush too, I forgot. I almost forgot. Forgot to mention, Withered Freddy, I think he has lighter colors for the inside of his ears, so you can use light brown fabric for the inside of his ears to make him look more canon. Yeah, I didn't do that because I'm lazy. That right there is a tutorial how to make a Withered Freddy plush. Boop, 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 boop. And for some additional Sharpie things that you can do, you can overlap it with like the straight down line right here. Like, you put, make sure you draw on this part of his snout or whatever. Make sure to go, for his jawline, go all the way back to the back of his head. I kind of curves because I'm not that good at making straight lines. And yeah, you can add additional dirt on him or whatever, because he's not that withered for being a Withered Freddy. If you want to, you can add small white fabric squares to give him some teeth. So you can give him some teeth up on the front. I might do that, actually. That's a pretty good idea. Anyway, guys, this is a pretty quick tutorial on how to make a Withered Freddy plush. Bye!